Livewire with Ling Pang.
This is Ling Pang for Livewire. My guest is the legendary singer, songwriter, and theatre superstar, Andy Bell.
Hello there.
How are you?
Lovely introduction. I'm fine, thank you very much.
Andy, where are you originally from?
I was born in Britain, the first of 6 children of my mum, who was, I think, 19 years old when she had me. And yes, I'm not sure if I haven't done my DNA test though, so I'm not sure whereabouts, where we come from. But I think it adds to the confusion,
And then, of course, you became a very, very well-known singer and songwriter. In 1985, you were the lead singer of the English synth pop duo Erasure with Vince Clarke.
Yeah. This was. It was one of my dreams. I mean, Vince was one of my great heroes in pop when I was in school, and I loved the group Yazoo he was in with this singer called Alison Moyet, and he was in Depeche Mode as well. I used to practice along to the records, just sing along to the records, and I thought to myself one day, this was when Yazoo split up, and I thought, I wonder if Vince Clarke might need a singer. I think I should write him a letter. So when I was thinking about writing a letter, I opened this music paper, and inside was a tiny advert, and I answered the advert, I called it, and it was for Vince Clarke. And I was like, this is too much of a coincidence for not to be real. Do you know what I mean?
It was then the band was formed in 1985, and then all these subsequent mega hits, Who Needs Love Like That, Sometimes, Always, and A Little Respect, and Blue Savannah. They're so beautifully sung, and you are the lead vocal. I mean, I'm so thrilled to be speaking to you today. In addition to that, you have also been involved in theatre acting.
Yes. Yeah, I did. I went to an all-boys school in Peterborough, where I grew up, which was a grammar school, which it meant you had to take this test. They used to have this test. It was called the 11 plus test. And so I took this test and passed the test. So therefore, I was able to go to this grammar school, which, was a very good education. I was in 2 school plays, and I played the girl in both the school plays because it was all boys, but it was only very small parts I played. I played a dancer, and then when I moved to London, which was probably about 1983, when Culture Club were really, really famous. Once I got into Erasure, I did another play called The Night We Buried Judy Garland, which was about the Stonewall riots in 1969 in New York City. Yeah.
So that's the beginning of your ambition and interest in acting as well.
Yes, that's right.
Tell me about this show coming up. I believe this is your 3rd show, called Torsten in Queer-Teria.
Yeah, it's called Queer-Teria, like cry a tear. Yeah, Queer-Teria. Yeah, because it's almost this kind of vision of that the whole world has been blown up, and there's only these few people left, and they're in a TV studio trying to make a TV show. So, but they're all kind of like. Torsten is 112 years old because he doesn't grow old. He was born in 1905. And then, there's Torsten. But he doesn't grow old. He doesn't look old.
Yeah.
He feels older inside. He feels because of his experience of life has been so long. He knows he can't be tricked by anybody because he can tell the instinct of the person from far away. And also, there's one character of his who's still alive. He's 74 years old, so he must have been Torsten's partner from quite young. And there's Daniel, who's the youngest partner. But I think Daniel is a straight acting man that has a family and a wife and stuff. and a child. But then there's Lady Domina Bazaar, who she's kind of the wicked witch in the play, and so it's all between them. They're just kind of making bitchy comments to each other, and it's quite fun. It's very rude.
So the character of Torsten that you play is a very challenging role indeed, isn't it? Can you explain about the character to us, please?
Well, it's quite weird, really, because I can't. I mean, my closest. I mean, I think he's quite bitter, but he kind of manages to maintain his kind of hold on his temper and stuff like that. So, I don't think he's a very he's not a very loud person. And also he's kind of, because he's had people come and go in his life too many times. This is, when I had my first civil partner, Paul, who he passed away in 2011, we had an open relationship, and he used to, I used to go and meet people, and I could, when we were going on touring, I would meet the same person in the same town, but what happened was I wasn't allowed to fall in love. So each time I had to kind of cut my heart off at the end, which was a horrible thing, So I think probably maybe the same thing has happened with Torsten, where it's like, how many times can you love? I don't think there are infinite amount of times that you can love. I think although love is universal and we should love all the time, everything, I think when it's directed to one person, I think you can't repeat that over and over again, because maybe it's not in our nature to do that. I don't know.
So this is going to be happening at the London's the Stack Theatre. Is it coming up soon? Is it in the month of April?
Yeah, we start rehearsals this Monday, and we have. First show is on the 10th of April, so it's not very long. 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
So you're all very busy. The cast are now very busy preparing and rehearsing for that.
We will be on Monday. Yeah. This is the last weekend for me to learn the lines.
And the music that comes with that. Would you like to tell us about the music and also your new single in connection with that too, isn't it?
Yes, the music is, it's called Torsten Inquiriteria.
Yeah.
And, the songs really, they're all from all over the place. There's one song about mermaids. It's called We Are of the Sea. There's a song called 100 Years Plus Today, which is him singing about his age, and it's kind of quite medieval sounding. It's kind of singing almost from his should have been gravestone, but he's not dead yet. And then there's You Stampede My Open Wound, which is very, very heartbreakingly poetical. So there's all kinds of things, there's a drinking song.
Yeah.
If you want to drink a little, that's with Hazel O'Connor, who was in a film called Breaking Glass in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So there's a whole variance of musical numbers on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the title of your new single called We Hadn't Slept for 20 Years.
Yeah.
That's an unusual name, isn't it, Andy?
It is very unusual, yeah. It kind of reminds me a bit of my life of partying away. It's that same situation where all of a sudden, one day you wake up and you just think like, what happened? Where did the time go? All this time, and I feel the same. It's like when I think about 1985, this boy from Erasure, I almost don't know who that person is. Do you know what that means anymore? It's a completely different person. It's the same when I first met one of my heroines called Debbie Harry from the band Blondie.
Yeah, I remember, of course. I love her music.
And I love her. And she kind of she referred to Debbie Harry in the third person, like she, you know, like it's somebody else.
Yeah.
That is what happens, I think, to everybody, to all the actors, musicians, all those people. You know, you end up in the end, you just want to be you. You know, you want to find out who you really are, without all these trappings and without all these people asking you questions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So this song is from your third album, right? You work in collaboration with a number of people on this, isn't it?
The songs were written. They were written by Barney Ashton Bullock and Christopher Frost, who's the musician, and I'm, as I say, the storyteller. So I'm Torsten, who is the storyteller. So it's all done, you know, just around somebody's house, upstairs, and you know. But I mean, Barney is so creative. He comes up with all the ideas for the video, for the film montages, and for the. You know, he literally has strips of paper with all of his ideas written down on when we go out for the day, and we go to Waterloo Station, go into the cafe, take some pictures by the beach, go walking by by the river, walking by the street signs, like anything, you know. So it's a great. It's almost like having a hobby on the side. You know?
Andy, do you enjoy singing as much as acting these days?
Yeah, I do. I mean, to me, this kind of singing is a form of acting. You know, because I'm not that good at speaking words. So I think to sing the words is much easier. So it's kind of you know.
You express it better in music.
Yes. That's true, yeah.
Yeah. You are in the UK currently because of this show?
Yes, we're here. I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK until July, and then I go and see Vince.
You live permanently abroad now, isn't it?
Not permanently, no. I have my new partner, Stephen, he lives in Miami with our dog. So I go and visit as much as I can legally, because you can't go over, you know, this amount of days staying there. Otherwise, you become like a tax resident there, which I prefer. I prefer to be a tax resident in the UK because it's less complicated.
You just do regular visits, isn't it? You know what? It's been such a privilege speaking with you today on Livewire, and I want to wish you all the best. Thank you so much, and we hope to be able to speak again soon on your next project.
Great, honey. It's a real pleasure. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Livewire is a Steve Osborne production. For more information, visit steveosborne.info.